Have an art beat? Well, for 2 decades, the Harwood Arts Center has provided art education and outreach programs to the city of Albuquerque, and it continues to be the hub for a creative community. My good friend Julia Mandeville is Director of Programming and Community Relations. She joins us with the details about an exceptional evening of art and entertainment, and from what I just learned, a very, very sneak preview we're getting. So, Julia, thank you.
Yeah, of
Thanks
course.
for giving
Thanks
this.
for having me.
Absolutely. Well, first, let's do a bit of history about the Harwood Arts Center. It was the home of the Harwood Girls' School from 1925 to 1976. How did it evolve into becoming the creative hub that it now is?
Very organically. In 1991, the art teacher at our parent organization, Escuela del Sol Montessori, approached our head of school, who's still with us today, Friedge Van Gils, about the vacant space at the front of the campus, which is the historic Harwood Girls' School building, brick building on 7th and Mountain, and suggested that it might be beautifully activated by creating studio and gallery space for artists. And so that's how Harwood was born, and almost 25 years later, we're still going strong.
Yeah, very strong. It's a great place. So you support emerging and professional artists and really help cultivate their crafts. How do you do so?
Many ways. We're very committed to providing paid teaching and apprenticeship opportunities for artists, as well as professional development programming. And we do that in a variety of ways. The teaching and apprenticeships are more straightforward, but the professional development happens through our exhibition programs, through the programs we've developed to tie artists to new collectors, like our Harvest CSA program, which just launched this year. We have 45 artist studios, which provide invaluable space to working artists.
Small space, you have 45 studios in there.
It's the whole second floor of our building. And then, of course, our 2 galleries. And we create workshops to help artists with the business elements of their craft.
That's fantastic. That is really cool. Well, so as I said, we're getting a very, very sneak peek of the 12 by 12 fundraiser and auction. So first, before we get to these pieces, what are the details on this auction this weekend?
So 12 by 12, it's the 7th annual 12 by 12 event. It's this Saturday, December 7th from 6 to 8 p.m. We will be there at 4 to let people line up. People covet the pieces in this show. It's our one fundraiser that we do each year. The 12 by 12 and 6 by 6 works are created by youth, emerging, and established artists. The 12 by 12s are $144. The 6 by 6s are $36, and they all remain anonymous until sold. And then there's a special component called Prelude, which is larger works by a smaller group of artists that are sold through a more traditional silent auction, and people can bid on those online right now at harwoodartscenter.org.
Fantastic. Well, just briefly, let's take a look at some of these individual pieces that you brought. Everyone in the studio loves this guy right here.
Yeah,
this is gorgeous.
It's a very strong piece. It's a very strong piece, and I can't tell you who the artist is.
Sure.
Some viewers probably recognize his work, but But we're really honored. We have over 200 artists participating this year. You know, I think it's a real testament to the work that we do on behalf of artists in our community year-round that so many say yes to us. The one time we really ask them to give back. And we're just so grateful for their support.
These are great pieces. I love this sort of like shadow box piece here in the middle. Well, so how will the event support the mission and the programming at the Harwood Arts Center?
So the proceeds of 12 by 12 specifically support our community arts and education programs, of which we have a variety. The major programs are going to be Creative Roots, which is our free after-school arts education for youth at risk, our Family Art Days, and then our Art Institute, which is our apprenticeship program for young people.
Awesome.
They did the Convention Center mural as well as the Wantabo Public Library.
Fantastic. And folks, if you want to visit the Harwood Arts Center, you want to go to the 12 by 12 fundraising event, you can do so at 1114 7th Street Southwest, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call them at 242-6367 and visit them online at theharwoodartscenter.org. Julia, thank you for giving us this very sneaky preview.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thanks
absolutely.
so much.
Best of luck.